Invincible's words about the hero group reminded him of his friends on Earth, whom he'd hoped to see again someday. "I hope everyone in my world is okay. I promise I'll see you again, friends." After those words, Goku headed back to Cecil's facilities to rest, since that was his home for the moment. Dawn the next day. By dawn, everyone at the facility was working as usual. For his part, Goku had gotten up a little while earlier and began walking the halls with his characteristic calm expression. Some agents watched him in awe as he passed, still unable to grasp the magnitude of his power, but aware that the spiky-haired man was not evil. While walking through the corridors, Goku ended up bumping into Cecil, who had something to tell him. "Good morning, Goku. Invincible informed me that you want to meet the rest of the team. Since you've shown genuine help, I think you're entitled to do so. So you can wait for them in the meeting room at the end of the hall." "Perfect! Thanks, Cecil!" After that brief exchange, Goku quickly made his way to the meeting room. Once there, he found a fairly spacious room with a window overlooking an underground training area. There were screens showing activity logs of various superhumans, plus a couple of couches. While he waited, Goku took the opportunity to stretch a bit, rolling his neck and shoulders. Until a couple of minutes later, he heard someone approaching. It was Invincible, who had arrived early at the facility to keep his word to Goku. "Goku, glad to see you. Did you sleep well?" "I actually did. Slept like a log. How are you after yesterday's training?" "My body still aches a bit, but I'm fine. Everyone in the base is excited to meet you. They're already waiting." Mark approached the control panel and pressed a couple of buttons, causing the back wall to open with a slight metallic creak, revealing an elevator. They both got in, and soon they began to descend to deeper levels of the complex. "The Guardians of the Globe have changed a lot since what happened with my father. We lost important people, but we gained new allies. Not everyone's entirely up to speed, but they're good. Most importantly, they want to improve." "What are they like? What powers do they have?" "Well, you'll see for yourself. Some may surprise you." Shortly after saying that, the elevator doors opened, revealing a fortified training room with internal watchtowers, combat simulation devices, and holographic enemies. There, 6 figures were gathered, talking among themselves, but they all turned as soon as they saw Mark enter with Goku at his side. "Hi everyone, this is Goku. Let's just say he's a fighter from another universe. More importantly, he's someone who could help us improve a lot." "I've read the preliminary reports. Your physical capabilities exceed those of any metahuman in our records. Fascinating." "So it's true. You're the one who fought the Maulers alone and contained the blast zone effortlessly." "Is that the guy who flies without tech and dodge bullets like nothing?" "I guess so, though it's not that big a deal." "You're more relaxed than I thought." "I must say it's an honor to work with someone like you. Your feats are impressive." "I like your energy. I'm also glad to train with you. You look like you have potential." While Goku chatted a bit with the rest, Robot adjusted his panel to project a 3-dimensional image of the team with statistics, to give Goku a summary of the team's abilities. This caught Goku's attention, and he approached to observe with curiosity. "I can see you all have very varied abilities. That's great. No matter how powerful you are individually, if you work as a well-synchronized team, you can achieve incredible things." "And how do you plan to train people who are so different?" "Well, it can be complicated because you're so varied, but there are fundamentals of combat that can serve everyone, so we'll start with the basics. You surely know that if your bodies aren't in sync with your reflexes and your mind, there's always a weakness. I'm going to teach you how to feel the rhythm of combat and anticipate attacks. And if you're willing, I can also help you feel your inner energy." "Inner energy?" "Right. Goku can manipulate that energy to do amazing things. Fly, fire blast, sense others, even multiply his strength." "You can train that?" "Everything is trainable. You only need patience, effort, and lots of practice. And if you can't use energy to fire blast, it'll still greatly strengthen your body and your abilities." Robot nodded with interest, already analyzing Goku's body language patterns. Rex, though skeptical, was visibly intrigued. Meanwhile, Kate and Ray exchanged a glance that showed respect for what Goku wanted to show them. "How about we start with a little practice fight? Goku can fight each of us to show us what he's talking about." "Sounds good, but don't hold back. I want to see what you're capable of." "Very well. activating maximum containment field for the training room. One by one, the Guardians positioned themselves around Goku while Robot fortified the room's security to minimize damage. All the heroes would participate at once to see firsthand Goku's abilities and power. Immediately, Goku stepped back a few paces and stood in the corner of the training field. His stance was relaxed but ready. He closed his eyes for an instant, but his aura ignited softly, illuminating the room without causing harm, but its power was impossible to ignore. This is key. The vital energy everyone has in their bodies, even if not everyone knows how to use it. With practice, you can learn to sense it and use it, even on a small scale, to strengthen your bodies and powers. I can feel it vibrating in the air. It's like living heat. I've never felt anything like this, even in combat. It's overwhelming. And this is only the beginning. But before you think about mastering it, first see what someone who controls it fully can do. Without giving them time to process, Goku disappeared in front of them, practically imperceptible. In an instant, he appeared behind Bulletproof, who instinctively turned to defend himself as soon as he sensed his presence. But before he could do anything, Goku had already moved to the other side. He then flashed in front of Rex, then above Robot, and then back to the center, each movement a fleeting burst that none of them could track with their eyes. All were left motionless after such a display of speed, as it completely surpassed their senses. I believe I understand why you want us to attack together rather than individually. You're testing us. Exactly! So attack all at once, without holding back. Learn something simulators can't teach and adapt in real time. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if this is crazy, or if I'm hallucinating. One by one, the Guardians deployed in combat formation. Robot activated a series of support drones flying around him with advanced sensors. Bulletproof took the front, Ray shrank to move through blind spots, Duplicate filled the fields with her copies, and Rex began throwing explosive charges to test Goku's reaction speed. In the first instant, Goku endured the explosives and vanished amid the smoke, reappearing between Kate and Rex, striking them both at the same time and sending them against the training zone walls. Then he propelled himself to intercept a frontal attack from Bulletproof with an open palm, absorbing all the force of the blow. That's it! I like that! Tactical coordination at 65%. Drones, containment fire. At that order, the drones fired a net of paralyzing beams toward Goku. Noticing this, Goku gave a small spin in the air, releasing a slight spiral ki burst that dispersed the beams and shut down the drones. Incredible! It's like he can see through all my moves. Seeing the situation, Kate's remaining clones decided to act. They rushed in, but Goku stopped the combined assault. Don't overthink. Feel the rhythm. Work as one. Forced by the situation, the Guardians adapted to continue. Kate used her clones as distractions to create openings, while Bulletproof launched faster attacks, not to damage, but to press from various angles. Ray and Robot coordinated mini attacks and precision fire. Even Rex, noticing how Goku anticipated every gesture, threw explosives in unpredictable trajectories without harming the others. This strategy seemed right to Goku, since they were now more coordinated. Explosions rocked much of the zone, forcing the rest to back off to avoid damage. The Guardians stopped, exhausted yet smiling, for it seemed they had finally collaborated properly. Some were panting, others sat on the floor. Even Robot deactivated his tactical panel due to overheating. But when the smoke cleared, they saw Goku completely unharmed. Not bad for your first training session against me. Are you sure that was training? Or an actual fight? Both! But the important thing is you learned something, right? I learned we're way below you, but also that we can improve. A lot. I've never seen anything like it, even just for training. There's still a long way to go, but if you're willing, I'll teach you to sense ki, to know your body as an extension of your mind and use strength not just to fight, but to protect better. Goku's words left a brief but charged silence. It was clear his message sparked a feeling the team hadn't felt in a long time. Then it will be beneficial. We'll adapt a new training plan to carry it out. Perfect! I feel right at home! Thus, Goku remained planning training with Robot, who helped with the details for each hero. Once everything was set, Goku spent the rest of the day training the Guardians, teaching them how to detect opponents during combat. It was difficult because most had trouble manifesting ki, yet Goku kept guiding them forward. Before anyone realized, the day was nearly over. When Mark looked at his watch, he sighed at the time. I'd like to stay, but I promised my mom I'd have dinner with her tonight. Goku, wanna come? It wouldn't hurt for you to see my home and maybe grab a bite. Sure. Now that you mention it, I'm hungry, so I can't say no. Laughing, Goku and Mark said goodbye to the team for now, promising to return soon to keep training. They took off and crossed the twilight sky toward the Grayson house.